There's always the question too of like, where has communism or socialism worked? And then they list all these countries that America interfering in their elections or otherwise destabilizing those countries and then installing our own leaders who we can control and or will act in a way that's more beneficial to America than to that country's own people. Why do you think we'd have to interfere if there was a democratic election where the leader was tending towards socialism and communism? To stop the spread of communism, do you think maybe it would spread because the people want that? Because socialism and communism are systems designed to focus on people first instead of the rich people? So it's like, well, America hasn't let communism or socialism work. You know, there's this theory about there's political spectrums. There's a one-dimensional one that's left versus right, which you're used to hearing, where when you go right, you're more capitalist, you start to get towards fascism. When you go left, you go socialism, then communism. But there's another theory about it that it's two-dimensional. And so you still have that left-right axis, but you also have an up-down axis. And the upside is authoritarian, and the downside is libertarian. This two-dimensional idea says that if you go to the left and you go up, you get authoritarian communism. They always love to point out, well, where has communism worked? And then they point out all these places that have dictators. And then they're like, is that what you want? They take away all your individual freedom. It's like, no, I don't want that. When Bernie and AOC say they are democratic socialists, that means socialism through the lens of democracy. You talk about Cuba, it's like, well, that's where socialism fails. It's like, yeah, because you had an authoritarian dictator who could make unilateral decisions about what the people in the country deserve to have. Oh, they have poor living conditions, food shortages. Socialism and communism rely on the basis of it is making sure that everyone has their basic needs met. So if there's hunger or poor living conditions, that's not a failure of communism or socialism. That is a failed communism or socialism. I want people to drive it, and I want the government to work for the people. And like, where does it work? Well, it focuses on social structures and social services first. So it has better social outcomes. It has less homelessness and higher literacy rates and education rates, and sometimes even better health care. You have more people who are having their basic needs met, less homelessness. You have less wealth inequality. It depends how you want to quantify success. If you want to quantify success as how rich are the richest people in your country, then yeah, capitalism's better.